one of the biggest credit card companies in the world, some of the greatest partnerships and premium perks and benefits, dozens of credit cards, third largest payment network wrapped into one institution. American Express is a complete juggernaut. But what if I told you there's one credit union with one credit card that American Express actually doesn't have a product to compete with? I want to discuss that with you and let you know my personal experience with a particular credit card that only this credit union is offering that American Express has not been able to match. And I want to give you context to the features and benefits as to why I feel this way and how you should be looking at it when you're building out your credit card portfolio and your banking portfolio to give you perspective so you're getting the most value when you make these decisions. So we already know, as I laid out, American Express is a complete juggernaut in the space. When I tell you that they have a credit card for damn near everything, literally almost everything, every major spend category you can think of, American Express probably has a card to cover it. They have some of the best partnerships. They have some of the most valuable rewards points, and they have some of the best customer service and additional benefits and premium perks that you're gonna find with any other credit card issuer. They're easily top 3 at the worst credit card issuer in the United States credit card marketplace. There's a particular area that American Express struggles that this particular credit card from this credit union covers very well, and that's gonna be simple, straightforward cash back. There's also additional benefits that come with this card that I'm gonna present to you that's most of you are aware of but probably haven't thought about in this context, and that's gonna be the Navy Federal Flagship card. Now, most of us know the Navy Federal Flagship card for high limits, relatively attainable high limits, and that is a major perk that they offer on that card that I do believe that they probably exceed American Express in the fact that you can get up to $80,000 on the Navy Federal Flagship card, and it's not that American Express wouldn't offer you similar or even more. They have a much higher exposure limit, but the credit and financials that you would need to get $80,000 on one card with American Express, you probably don't need with Navy Federal. That's a big game changer in itself. But believe it or not, the simple feature the flagship offers that American Express does not compete with, at least at the time of this recording, is going to be the 2% flat cash back on any and all purchases, unlimited. Believe it or not, if you're in the credit card space participating on any level, when you look through the plethora of credit cards that American Express offers in-house as well as in its co-branded cards, American Express does not offer straightforward cash back, period. You can pretty much get statement credits, but that's one of the worst ways to redeem American Express membership rewards points. Other than that, you have to be in the travel hacking space to really get real value from the membership rewards points that American Express offers. Navy Federal offers its own points currency, if you want to say, but particular category, it's 2% straight cash back. The Navy Federal Flagship card offers you a hybrid between relatively reasonable premium travel rewards perks while giving you literally the best catch-all features you're going to find on a simple cashback credit card that has unlimited earning potential. You have other cards out there in the space, like I believe it's the City Custom Cash that'll give you 5% cash back on your top spend category, which is cool, but they cap it at like $500 a month or something like that. And it's, again, your top category of spending. Navy Federal will give you 2% cash back anywhere you spend it. I'm going to give you a good example of where I use this Navy Federal card the most. I am a very big advocate for Costco, and I don't have the Costco personal or business card yet. And at the time of this recording, I've been a Costco member for years. Costco only accepts Visa. The Navy Federal Flagship card is Visa. I'm able to get the same 2% that the Costco card itself would offer on Costco purchases on my Navy Federal Flagship card. That's the power of this card. It has literally the Visa payment network, which is top 2 most adopted and used payment networks available anywhere. That ability to get 2% cash back on this card is available at scale. There's almost nowhere you're not going to be able to use this card and get 2%. And when you think about any other card that you would use, you'd have to use it for a particular category to compete. If you use the Chase Freedom cards, you can get 3% on dining and delivery. But again, the moral of the story is when you look at American Express cards, if you covered the series that I've been putting out on American Express so far, or at least some of it, you know that I've been touting American Express in the highest esteem, and I still do. There will be videos beyond this one where I'm going to continue to do so because I've been able to get so much value from American Express. I'm also not focused strictly on points for rewards and travel hacking in my credit card journey. So that means that I'm getting the value out of American Express as a lender or as a banking relationship, not as much as a credit card issuer. But when you do lean in on value of credit card rewards points, which I do, it's hard to beat the Navy Federal Flagship card. I can get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in a limit, which I personally have a little over $20,000 on that card. I'm going to get a credit limit increase in the next month or so. I'm going to let y'all know how that plays out as I start to cover Navy Federal in particular. But you can get really reasonable limits to high limits on on Navy Federal without strong financials. So for those of you, my pioneers who are playing in the credit card space, you're following this journey I'm taking. We're building out my banking portfolio and my credit card portfolio. If you have access to Navy Federal's ecosystem, which everybody doesn't, but if you do, and you have access to American Express's ecosystem, Navy Federal's flagship card is a phenomenal balancing card to help you get great cash back, great limits, decent premium reward travel points, because I've also used Navy Federal to get my TSA pre-check, for instance, covered and reimbursed. This is where you have to keep your eyes open, and this is why you want to build strong relationships with various institutions to balance out getting maximum value across the board. Because now I have a great catch-all card and Navy Federal's flagship card, as well as a card that's going to continue to give me high limits for the life of the card. It's all about balance when it comes to building out your banking portfolio, and it's all about balance when it's building out maximum value out of your credit cards to try to combat inflation, to combat rising prices that we're dealing with, taxes, etc. Everything's getting more expensive. Credit cards become more valuable, and knowing which credit cards to use to compete with to make your purchases is just something that you can't put a price on. So I want to bring this to your attention. Comment down below and let me know if you have access to Navy Federal and American Express. If you have the flagship card, what value you've gotten out of it. Do you have plans on getting it now that I'm talking about it in this context? Comment down below and let me know and continue this conversation. Other than that, to all my pioneers out there, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. I want each of you to stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.